Good morning, welcome to the video. My name is Derek, also known as Tap Peddler, and I am renovating my derelict barn to be a business warehouse and basically an office building. This is today's job, to finish this side of the roof if I can. So what I've got to do, I've got to finish building the slats across, making sure they're all level in the right place, and then climb those slats like a ladder, get up there, put more membrane on, need another couple of rows of membrane, and then one over the top. I'll probably do the top one last once the other side's been done, and then put more slats up. So yeah, that is today's job. The sun is shining today, it's nice, it's early, it's just gone 9 o'clock. Right, I'm trying to get this test panel measured up. So I've started with a string line from that one all the way to that one there. So I'm concentrating on this area, and then hopefully just run that way, and this will be at the correct thing, because this is, that bit there and that bit there are the bits that stick out the most. So what I've done, I've put it in a position where there it's at the sort of bare minimum. So this is where I'm going to be putting the holes. There's going to be one there, one there, be one in the middle, and there'll be one there. So three across each panel. And what I found out, my slats, if they're pretty much perfectly on where it raises up, this one needs slightly raising up there, then that means that the drill hole will be just underneath it. So that's a good reference point for me. So I'm going to put a slat here, slat there, and again going up the roof. So yeah, that's how I'm doing it. So I'm using a spirit level to make sure these are level. So I've done that one. I started off with this one, and I made sure that the panel was level, which I'm pretty sure it is. And then I then put this going across and make sure that's level. And that will hopefully guide me. So basically, as I'm bringing all the panels along, these slats will always need to be just where the timber batten is. If they're not, then I know I'm going off course. And that's how I'm going to try and keep the whole thing level. So I'm now going to move this panel, and I'm going to move it over to there and make sure these are still in position. So I'm going to continue doing that all the way along. And once I'm happy with the first two separate slats, I can then just basically measure this one and put the next one and next one and next one. It should be perfectly in the right position. So that's my plan with that. Fingers crossed it will be fine. If I find out that I'm slightly off with the batterns for whatever reason, I can always just add an extra batten if it's slightly gone wrong somewhere. I don't think it will, it shouldn't do. But it's very difficult because the walls aren't straight, like I've already explained. So yeah, that's my plan with that. I'm quite pleased with how it's looking, actually. Let me bring you down. So that's how it's looking. Underneath here, this will all be trimmed out once I've got, I'm going to put the guttering, and there'll be stuff that goes under here and covering all this, but that will be boxed in. And when that gets along here, this is where it starts to get tricky, where this wall is. And these possibly will need to be trimmed down. I don't want them sticking out so much, just take a couple of inches off. Now I know the exact placement of the first batten. The later ones can be further up the roof. Okay, so it's the next day. Back out here, it looks a bit cloudy, but hopefully it won't rain. Now, I've put another membrane on, just put that up. I've got another length of batten on, and I've cleared this area so the panels will ride over the join, you know, where the wall is. So I think that should be okay. And all the slats are in the correct position, which is good, even at the top. So I'm fingers crossed all the measurements have been okay. Now the reason why there's some that are missing the upwards bits, and then I've got these little packers, that's to get everything as level as possible across the roof. As you can see, the new wood that I added, that's a lot more straight. Very few packers there at all, really. And then back onto the original roof, there's quite a lot of packing and bringing it up to level and stuff, but hopefully that will improve the look of the wood, the final panels on the roof. So it's quite time consuming, but I'm getting there, almost at the top. So yeah, continue on. A further update. I'm now onto the last slat on the top. So I've just got to do that last one all the way along the top. Might actually have to do another one for the ridge as well, I think. I've got to measure to see if I need that. But yeah, as you can see, got a full roof almost. Quite a lot of packing to do up there. And various bits to get them all sort of level. But it's worked out quite well for the fact that it's not really fully straight underneath. Quite pleased with it. And it's gone over the wall okay there. It's a little bit of a hump, but that should be okay. It should still, tiles sort of sit proud on those, the highest slats, so it should just go over any lumps under there. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Just got to get that last slat done. Okay, that's the end of the day, and that's the membrane fully on this side. As you can see, the top bit isn't on yet, it's just flapping around. But it's held on this side with batterns, so that's fine. That goes over the top, so it will fold over. So that's a job for another day, because tomorrow we're going to start putting the panels on. So all the batterns are going right to the end. I've just measured and it appears that the ridge is pretty much perfect, so I'm quite pleased with that. So hopefully, as long as all the panels go on sort of like that one is, the batten is just where the screw hole is. Now I missed one, and then there's another one with a screw hole. That's how I'm doing it all the way up, all the way along. I'm expecting to pack out some of the battens just to keep it all straight and level as I go, but more or less it should be okay. It's pretty straight. The string line kept me straight, So I think it should be okay. I've joined all the batterns where they've joined with behind, so they're pretty strong as well. Yeah, so I'm reasonably pleased with that. I think up here the flashing should cover the corner of the where the lintel is, and I've put the batten right into there so I can get the panel nicely secure on there. I might add a little bit of reinforcement wood when I put the flashing on and stuff. And over here, I don't know if I've already mentioned, the flashing I got it custom made, and I had it so it will go up the side there, cover all of that up, and it will go over the top of the sort of stone slabs and then back over, and then I'll put some sealant on and that should finish it all nicely. So yeah, the rain's about to start, and my brother and my father are arriving. I was hoping to get the other side done before they arrived so we could just do the panels, but as you can see, I've only managed to get one side of membrane and the batten's done. As you can see, sort of done half of it. That's what it looks like from the inside currently. And what I'm thinking we'll do is put the panels on here first, and then just in case we learn anything, we can implement them for the other side, rather than put the battens on and then realise that we should have done this, this and this. So we put the panels on here. We'll start from this side all the way along. I was hoping to go the other side, but the panels have to lock in going from left to right. But it's fine because I've got everything all laid out, so it should be fine as regards to that. But yeah, if there's anything we need to learn from doing this, we can then implement it on the other side to make our work a little bit easier. I'm thinking, because this actually sticks out a lot further than the other side, I think what I'm going to do is on the brand new panels, as you can see here, on the brand new rafters, all this is pretty level, and then it starts to get adjustments down here. So what I'm going to do is not put any of these vertical battens on the new panels, on the new rafters. And as long as these are lower than that, I'll have to do some experiments with some string first. But as long as that's acceptable, then it'll save me doing additional packing, I think. So that's my plan there anyway. So yeah, hopefully it will be quicker on the other side. This basically took me 3 days, probably 2 actually, 2 days, full days to do this. 3 spread out. It took me a long time to do the bottom bit to get that sort of in the right position, because I've got some issues with the wall, so I'm just trying to get it so it's all running into the gutter. I think the back might be a little bit easier, although with the back it sticks out a lot more, so I don't really have to worry about it not reaching. But then I'll probably have to have some sort of packing for the gutters, but also on the back it's not going to be so visible, so it may not be so important to get absolute perfect, I don't know. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this has gone so far. Hopefully the panels will go on pretty quickly, because there's no measurements as such, there's no faffing about, because it's literally aligning the bottoms up with the first batten, making sure they align up as they go up the roof, pulling them tight if they start to run out, and screw them down. I'm hoping that will be all that's required, because of this style of metal roof, I've got the reference points on the tile effect. So yeah, fingers crossed that will go swimmingly. But yeah, as always, I'll vlog it as we go on. So hopefully Richard and my dad will be here soon, and we'll get their view of it. They haven't seen the roof yet, so it'll be interesting their take on it, and you know, if Richard's got any ideas on how to speed up the process on the other side and stuff like that. So